On September 11, 2001, the United States experienced a very traumatic terrorist attack. The 4 planes that were hijacked, the assailants armed with box cutters and such, targeted major U.S. symbols of power, liberty, and prosperity. 2 planes hit the World Trade Center in Manhattan. 1 plane hit the Pentagon, and the last crash-landed in a field in Pennsylvania. For our artifacts, we selected the 9/11 Memorial up at the turf field at Northern Highlands to document the effect of time on the community's memory and values of the attack.
Throughout New Jersey, and specifically Bergen County, there exists a multitude of memorials dedicated to the events of September 11, 2001. One such memorial plays an important part in our lives here at Northern Highlands, the 9/11 Memorial on site here at the turf field. We went and interviewed various students and teachers about their experiences with 9/11 and what they think or know about a memorial.
Hello, my name is Nashika.
I'm Mr. Albanese.
Hi, I'm Benny Haber.
Hello, I'm Mr. Jokum, one of the school counselors here at Northern Highlands.
Alright, hi, my name is Kyle Weber.
Hello, I'm Mr. Mugno.
I was sitting in my mom's living room, watching Dragon Tales, eating cereal before preschool.
When it happened, the wood shop was in the front of the building. We got like drips and drabs of it through, kids getting cell phone calls, and then we put the radio on, and everybody thought it was, kind of a hoax. And,
I don't remember much, to be honest. I think I was too young.
I was actually down in another school district at the time, Ridgeville Park. It was actually right prior to me coming to Northern Highlands, so I was right outside of New York City, and I could see very clearly what was happening right from our school building.
I was watching TV and the show changed, and it was like, we stopped it for this news announcement, and it showed the clip of the towers falling.
I remember 9/11 vividly. I was teaching Tech Drawing 1 class in room 138, which is part of the Wellness Center across the hall, and the radio was on, and I remember hearing that the Twin Towers were struck by an airplane, but they didn't know it was a terrorist attack at the time. And then my partner at the time, Mr. Jerry Barks, came into my classroom, and he heard on the radio that it was a terrorist attack and that America was under attack. And then we went into a code red. Actually, let me take a step back. I called the high school office to let them know. And I said, I just heard on the radio that America is under attack, that you should be aware of this. And the principal at the time, Mr. Keenan, said to me, what are you talking about? And I said to him, I just saw on the radio, John, you want to come down here or put the radio on? They didn't have a radio down there. And the internet was actually down because there were so many hits on it that, we then went into a code red, and I had students in my class that had parents down there, and it was a very, very trying time. It was a very difficult day. And I remember going out to the soccer field to hold soccer practice, and at about 4:15, we saw 2 fighter jets fly over Northern Highlands and then make a hard right, and they just shot right down towards New York City. And all the coaches blew the whistles, and we all got off the field at the time because we didn't know what was going on.
Okay. So total, it's like 6 or 8.
Okay.
I'm hoping there's at least 4 to 6.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with about 4.
4?
Yeah.
I would think that each town has at least one dedicated to each part of its town. But I would probably eventually say there's probably at least 2 to 3 in each town.
Probably like 5 or 10. I'm not sure.
I believe each town has one.
If we were to have one, I feel like it would be in the courtyard.
I know at the time that when it happened,
Yes.
We as a class made an American flag. But is there a memorial here? Is that what you said?
Yes.
I'm not really sure if there is.
I think we do, but I don't know where.
Alright, if you had to guess, where do you think it would be?
Somewhere outside near the tables.
Yes, we do. We actually have one right out by the football field in the flag posts.
I do not know.
Okay.
I know the Highlands has one up at the football field.
national security.
Yeah.
As far as like the TSA and like airport security, as well as NSA and like all of their national security efforts and whatnot. I'm more questioning of my surroundings, I guess you could say, but for the most part I feel like it's nothing too drastic.
Well, you kind of, more aware of your surroundings, and I guess you're a little cautious about things that go on, around you.
Airport security definitely got a lot more intense and takes longer, but it's a lot better now.
I tend to be more aware of my surroundings, looking at different things, noticing different people.
Well, I think I feel like definitely like more American. Like I feel like I have like a lot of pride being an American. I can all kind of like wrap around 9/11, isn't like we all feel.
It's like a common thing. That
Yeah, exactly.
I think a lot of aspects have changed. I think whenever we go, me or my family go into New York City, or any type of city, or on a train or a plane, you're very aware of your surroundings. You're very aware of the people that are around you. Not to try and profile, but those people did attack us, and they have tried to attack us again.
I feel like society became very polarized to hate or dislike or be against what is different, and that also means like people who are different as well. Like there's a lot of racism still involved with Muslim people. For example, I feel like they're profiled as all being a member of Al Qaeda and having 7 RPGs in their basement, and I don't think that's fair.
Oh, it's changed tremendously. I think we're kind of like very uptight about things. You see an empty briefcase or a bag at an airport, they close the whole thing down. And, I don't know if that's a good thing or it's a bad thing, but it kind of changed our lives forever.
I think society, people started to discriminate more and got a little bit more racist. I think that people pay more attention and are more scared every day now.
I think we felt very safe. We went about our daily business. Flying was easy and travel was easy. Today, obviously, all that has changed. We're much more aware of things. We're more on top. We're much more on top of our surroundings and looking at things. Those things are inconvenience to us, but we've accepted them as ways of life to make our lives safer.
I think we definitely felt kind of like a call to action in some sense, and or like a see something, say something thing. So I think in some senses, yes.
And America's society has changed drastically, whether we realize it or not, because it's been so many years later now that we are all basically looking out for what could be the possible next attack, the next possible, event, not in a good way. And I think society's changed tremendously in the fact that we try not to, but we are looking at that group of people, I hate to say it, that caused this attack or that were behind this attack, and that there is a lot of animosity still in this country. There's a lot of animosity in this society towards that group of people. And I not only speak only for myself about it, I also speak for others about it, and it's changed us in a way that we'll never get back to this openness that we had, this level of trust and understanding. That's gone.
For this project, we went around and surveyed 34 students and teachers about whether or not Northern Highlands had a 9/11 memorial. Out of the 34 students and teachers, only 1 student and 3 teachers could correctly name where the memorial was located. Out of these 34 students and teachers, 21 of them said Northern Highlands did not have a 9/11 memorial. However, 19 of these 21 students and teachers said there should be a 9/11 memorial at Northern Highlands. When we asked these people why there should be a 9/11 memorial, they mostly said it was an important event that should be remembered. This is interesting due to the fact that many students and teachers did not know the memorial even existed. This is ironic because of the plaque on the memorial says, "We will remember you always."